Good evening, girls.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Happy to hear and to see you. Tell me, please, how was your weekend and how is your mood today? What is the weather like in your city? Just a few words. So let's start from Довга Оксана.
Good evening. I'm fine. I had a good day today, working day, and I'm happy to hear you, ready to be on our lesson.
Okay. Thank you very much. Тетяна Горіна.
Yes, good evening. My mood is good. I have an ordinary working day. The weather is normal autumn weather, cold, wet, windy, maybe unpleasant for me. But I think about our boys and girls, our armed forces on East and South. And I understand that in such condition they do his job well, and I think our armed forces make the weather now. I am very worried for them, and I have good news, and I say thanks them for it.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. One more. Олена Калініна. Oh, Тетяна Калініна. Yes or no? I don't remember.
Є Олена Калініна, мабуть, ще й Тетяна. Ну, Олена...
We have a lot of Olenas and a lot of Tatianas, and I'm confused. I'm sorry.
And who...
You, Olena Kалініна.
I am good. Thanks. I have a good day, good weather, great, warm and little cloudy. Today, my day of homework, cooking, baked vegetables, relaxing and trying to get back to my gadget. Це я намагалася полагодити гаджети, щоб приступити до заняття. Це trying to get back my gadget. Now I'm ready and very miss for about our lesson.
Okay, thank you very much, Olena. Victoria Doni.
Hi guys, I'm good. I have the day off today. I have rest. I can do all necessary deal at home. And I read every day, like Tatiana say, news about our army in Ukraine. And I hope everything will be okay.
We also hope for that too. Thank you very much. Tetiana Kostyuk.
Good evening. I am a silk. The weather is it's rain. I go to the forest. Вздовж лісу, я йшла вздовж лісу.
I walk along the forest.
Forest. I see many мухомори, коли гарні великі мухомори. Я бачила гарні великі мухомори, які прикрашали.
I saw a lot of beautiful.
Як мухомори?
Oh, I don't know. I can say poison mushrooms.
Mushroom,
First
да.
one, I can't say.
Будемо казати, що bad mushroom. Bad. Це
Poison.
поганий.
Can be.
Погані гриби.
Bad
Mushroom is color red, is big, великі, і very, скажу, beautiful, гарно було, дуже beautiful, тоді було гарно.
It was very beautiful.
Да.
Fly agaric. Мухомор fly agaric.
Флейгер, не знайшла. Треба заповнити, записати. Ну, десь так все.
Okay. Thank you then for your answer. Олена Ковтюк.
Good evening. I had ordinary work day. The weather is very rainy and very windy, very cold, and I don't like this weather like this. And in the hospital, it is cold and зябко. Не знаю, як буде зябко. Our patients have...
А як це зябко?
Це коли холодне приміщення не обігрівається, і от відчуття таке, що сам набеєшся тою вологою. Тоді зябко.
Сира погода, сиру.
So you can say that it's wet weather. Це така типу як мокро, сиро і так далі.
Weather wet, in house or in hospital.
It's cold.
Patients,
I don't even know, to be honest. You can say that we have a high level of humidity, високий рівень вологості, and it's very cold. Тобто холодно і волого. Тому що одного якогось слова я не знаю, чи таке є.
Thank you. Our patient in hospital have to put on many sweaters and t-shirts, and because
Because of the heating.
Because the heating is not include in our
Doesn't work.
Doesn't
Не працює.
Економія.
Yes. But to be honest, I think that hospitals should be the first like, I don't know, first line for the heating, especially now when it's so cold and a lot of people had COVID and other sickness and disorders, and especially when it's small children or even infants, it's disgusting. My godson has COVID and he's only 4 months and he's in hospital, and to be honest, it's something awful because it's so cold in hospital. So it's really, really bad, to be honest.
Very cold.
Yes, very cold. Yes, I agree with you in this case. Okay, Olana, and what about you? How is your mood? How do you feel?
My mood is good because people, my family, people near me are healthy, wealthy. Around us is peace, and I think we must live in with Nadia.
With hope.
with hope for win, and my mood is good.
Okay, thank you very much. And Olena Kachanova, what's your view?
Good evening. I would like to say that my mood is good, but maybe it's won't be right, because I want to have a better mood. Maybe because I had a full work day on Saturday, and I didn't have a full weekend because I worked at home on Sunday. The weather was raining, and it's raining today all day. Maybe as in English idioms, the rain with cats and dogs.
Rain, cats and dogs.
Rain, cats and dogs. Cats and dogs. Cats and dogs. I had a work day. I think that I had a patient with COVID, and I prepared to English. Maybe everyone and I too have good information from the war, and it makes us better, calmer, to give us hope. So maybe I have a good mood.
Okay, thank you for your answer. And now what we are going to do next. So at home you watched the video. That was your home task. Yes, this video was divided into 3 parts. So let's discuss main points about languages, and which languages does this man speak. And at the end of this discussion, you will tell me how many languages do you speak. So please, let's start from the exercise A. So do you know anybody who speaks 2 or more languages very well? Oksana Dolga.
I know some people who can speak for about 3 languages. It's like our own Ukrainian, Russian, and English. And I can tell about me. Then at school I also learned German language, so I know, or it's a little bit, but I know German. That's why 4 languages I have learned.
Okay, thank you very much. What about Olena Kuchuk?
I know some people, not many people who know more than 2 languages well, but many of them try to learn more languages. My colleagues, English, one doctor learn French. his wife is teacher of French, and he want to know this language, and he try to learn it. And his son went to Slovenia, and now he try to learn this language too. As for me, at school I study Ukraine and Russian в однаковій кількості.
The same
At the same quality, and in the institute I studied English and a little bit French, but French I can't learn. It's not my language. My tongue is не повертався в тому напрямку. I couldn't.
Your tongue couldn't move in that language. Yes, it was too difficult for you.
Yes, it's for me it's very difficult.
Okay. So what about this man? How many languages does he know? That's for Tatiana Gorina.
Yes, this man speaks on 11 languages fluently, and he's 22 years old, and he studied. He won't study other language in the future.
Okay, yes, that is true. Now let's check exercise B. You need to match greetings from 1 to 11 into the languages. So let's check. Number 1 is the of Afrikaans. What about the others? Tatiana Kasyanenko, can you read your answers?
Yes. Catalan 11, Dutch 5, English 10, French 2, German 9, Greek 6, Hebrew 3, Italian 4, Russian 8, Spanish 7.
How can we translate Hebrew?
Ivrit?
Yeah, true. That is correct. Okay, so tell me please, according to this video, why do people sometimes fail to learn languages? What can you tell me about this? Victoria Duni?
Because they haven't real idea, real motivation, and sometimes they haven't enough time, and they haven't. I remember about time.
Yes, of course. Sometimes people expect that
it need be so fast, and because they fall down, give up.
Yes. So as you can see, nowadays we have a lot of websites, a lot of online schools, offline schools, yes, about studying English, and they are like slogans. You will speak in English in 1 month. You will, I don't know English after 10 lessons. No, that's not true, because if you will be methodically smart in this way, you will know that at least for one level of English you need some number of hours. For one level, at least you need 6 months of three lessons in a week for 80-90 minutes. and you should work all the time. It's not like I visit lesson and that's all, I know English, that's enough. So a lot of people have this thoughts, so that's why it's not so easy. You should work hard. And also studying and learning new languages, it's very useful for your brain and for your memory. So it's like the preventing of some diseases, if I'm not mistaken, of the Alzheimer's disease or something like this, when you study new words and languages. Okay, what about Afrikaans? Why it's so easy to learn? How does he explain it? Довга Оксана.
Because the grammar of this language is very simple. There are no irregular verbs, only 3 real tenses, and a lot of vocabulary is similar to English vocabulary.
Yes, that is true. Why do the British and Americans find it difficult to learn foreign languages? That's question for Olena Kalinina.
This difficult for British and American people, because when they are have a trip, all people have conversation in English language, and they have confidence in own language, and sometimes not necessary to learn another languages.
Yes, that is true. Thank you. You are quite right. And about Alex tips, that's for Tatiana Horina.
Yes, you never finish learning a language, and try to spend 10-15 minutes a day on the language you are learning.
Yes, so do you agree with this tips? Погоджуєтесь з цими?
Yeah, I agree with this.
Тетяна, it's about you.
If for me, yes, if we start to learning some language, English, for example, we can work all time or all my life for покращення.
For improvement.
Improved because we want to really understand native speaker, watch to TV, to video, and now I feel it that it don't stop, never have not stop it. Yes, yes.
Never stop to learn. Or
Never stop to learn. Yes, about 10-15 minutes a day. Now I spend more time for it. 10-15 minutes for me, it's not enough.
Yes, that is correct.
But
yes.
for young people, maybe
it depends. It depends, because the easiest type of the people it's students, because they can learn. It's like in their blood, because they are studying a lot of information and they after school. So that's why it's the easiest way. The easiest type of people who can study in foreign languages. But to be honest, sometime I met people like in 40, 50 years who are very smart, and to be honest, they can just listen to one or two times. They never do any home task, and they know everything. And I know that it's like a phenomenon because they have a really good memory, especially with the help of their eyes and ears, and that's all. That's enough for them. But of course, it depends. Some people spend 10 minutes and that's enough. Some people spend 2 hours, and also for them so that's why we are all different. So it's okay. So that's about some tips.
Victoria, may I say some words about it? I know men, it's my son-in-law, it's my husband's son. He knows 8, maybe more languages, but he was a military translator, and now for a long time he lives in London. He has two old children, and they have own family, and he has two young sons, twins, 8 years old, and he said me then his sons learn him to English because they are native speaker. They were born in London, and they are living in London, and they are speaking English from their birth. So they learn him English. So I think that spend 10 minutes, 15 minutes is absurd, because if we want to learn some language, we have to spend as much as possible, as much time as possible for this, and as many ways as possible. But we are working. We have our special professionals, so we spend a lot of time at work. But we tried, we want, and we do it, and maybe we never give up. But it's very hard work. It would be a pleasure. We have to have pleasure about it, but it's a hard work, I think.
Yes, I agree with you. Of course, you should like this man. Alex, yes, as he says, you never finish learning language, and that's true. Because, for example, I learn English maybe more than 10 years. So to be honest, it's not enough, because every year there are new words. Every year something is changed. So that's okay to learn new words. Sometimes I watch the movie, yes, in English, and I can't understand some words, so I can translate them and find the meaning. So it's okay. Unfortunately, not all of us live in the native speakers area, so that's why it's so difficult for us. But to be honest, we are very smart people. According to the different nationalities, we are very smart. So the main thing is your wish. If you have a wish, you will do it.
Yes, and if say about our native language, Russian or Ukrainian, someone don't have a wide vocabulary even in our native speaker, and their speech is very short, ограниченный.
Very poor poor.
Very poor, yes, very poor. So we have to learn our native language too, to read interesting books, because only reading give us wide vocabulary.
Yes.
But maybe it's right, but we have we must have enough time for everything. It's we must be in very intensive state every minute. I must do it. I must do it. Very strong schedule for every scene. It's very difficult, but it's interesting.
Yes, I agree with you. Okay, so now let's continue talking about our abilities and possibilities. So today we will study a new modal verb, can, could, or be able to. So what does it mean? First of all, can is a modal verb, and this modal verb has got present form, can or can't if it's negative form. Can, can't. We use this modal verb when we want to show some physical abilities, like we can do something. How can we use that? Verb? First of all, you should remember that after can, we don't use any particle to's, to or do or to on and something like this. Never. We just say can and verb. Can do, can swim, can talk, can understand, can wait. About present form, can. When we want to talk about past abilities, we can use could. It's like the second form of this verb. Could or couldn't. It's about past events or past abilities. Of course, for other tenses, can be present perfect or some like other things, we use be able to. Future form will be pronounced like will be able to do something. Or when we use gerund. For example, I love being able to visit this sport club. Or in that case, that's for future and for other tenses. We use be able to. Sometimes we use be able to in present or past when we want to be more formal. In ordinary speech, like every day, we use can. But you can say, for example, I can do these calculations very easily. Yes, I can do. But also you can say, I'm able to do these calculations very fast or in this point. So be able to we use for all tenses like present perfect, infinitive, gerund, future form. And sometimes we can use be able to when we want to be sounded more formal. That's all about can. Of course, you can use this modal verb in questions, in some polite questions. Can you please? Could you please do something? Could you open the window? Can you help me, please? So some polite questions. Now we'll try to write some sentences. So let's write one sentence in present form, can or can't, second sentence, could or couldn't. And the third one is about be able to. 3 sentences. You have 1 minute to think and to write, and then we will check. Okay, so Olena Kalinina, can you read your sentences?
My sentence is, I can swim in about 1 hour. Second, could you give me a cup of tea? And third, I would like to be able to stay at home nearest 2 days.
Okay, that's correct. Thank you, Olena. Kachanova.
I can organize an interesting party in our office. I could play piano when I was at school. I have been able to swim since I visited the Mediterranean Sea.
Okay, Victoria.
Okay. I can speak English. I couldn't speak French. Could you help me? I could speak English. I couldn't speak English when I was at school. I am not able to swim in the cold water in the ocean, and I hope I will be able to work in medicine in Ireland next year.
Okay, very good. Well done, Victoria. That's great. Tetiana Horina.
Yes, I can run 5 kilometers. I could not swim in childhood. I love being able to grow flowers.
Okay, good. Thank you. Next one, Oksana Dolgal.
I can swim because I'm afraid she could play the piano when she was a pupil. I hope I'll I will be able to speak with native English people in the future.
Mhm. Mhm. Okay. Thank you. Next one, Олена Ковтюк.
Boy can run fast. Man could run really fast when he was young. I don't able to speak fluently.
I am not able
I
to speak.
am
Or-
not able to.
Mhm. Mhm. Okay. Next, what we'll do, it's about exercising. Exercise A and B. B is your home task for Wednesday, and let's do exercise A. We need to read these sentences and choose the correct form. Sometimes two variants can be possible. Remember that you can use can or is able to do something if you want to sound more formal. So you have 4 minutes for that task, and after that we will check your answers. Lenina Tatiana, can you read number 1 and 2? Tatiana Kasyanenko, can you read, please?
Mhm.
Mhm.
My
One,
little boy. My little boy wasn't able to speak until he was nearly 2 years old.
Or couldn't.
Ну, не міг говорити. Ще
Ну,
вам
що ви
можливо.
обираєте?
Wasn't able.
Wasn't able. Okay, any other ideas? Чи є ще якісь ідеї?
I think
Both variants
both
are-
variants.
Both variants.
Два варіанти. Чому? Couldn't правильно, час минулий. А можемо вживати wasn't, weren't able to, якщо ми хочемо звучати більш формально, офіційно. Окей, number 3 and 4, Вікторія.
Number 3. Так,
Number 2, sorry, number 2, 2 and 3.
for me, yeah. She's much better after her operation. She'll be able to walk again soon. I think be able to. And number 3, he hasn't been able to mend my bike yet. He'll do it tomorrow. Because we have yet, we need to choose been.
Yes, that is correct. Well done. 4 and 5, Тетяна Горіна.
Yes. It's a weekend at last. I love being able to go out with my friends. Being able to go. Correct, I think. Because it's Girundi.
Being able to go.
When we lived on the coast, we used be able to go to the beach every day.
Used to be able to go. Yes, good. Next 2 sentences. Olena Kachanova.
I think it's both. I can't send any emails at the moment. My computer is not working and I'm not able to send any emails. Maybe both variants.
Yes, that's correct. Both variants are possible.
7. Maybe 2 both. I could read before I started school, and I was able to read before I started school. Maybe 2, both variant 2. Is it correct?
Yes, of course. 2 variants are possible. Could and able to. Was able to. Okay, number 8. Oksana Довгаль.
We won't be able to go on holiday this year because we need a new car. Be able to. And 9. Linda's blessed because she's finally been able to find a part-time job.
Pleased. Linda's pleased because.
Pleased.
Okay, the last one. Olena Kalinina.
Alex is able to speak Portuguese fluently after living in Lisbon for 10 years. Здесь прошедшее время как маркер того, что выбирать.
So what do you choose? Was?
Be able.
Can. For 10 years, it's not a past time. It's about
Это during 10 years имеется в виду. Тогда можно выбрать и can, и be. Даже can, наверное, предпочтительней. Alex can.
Variants are possible because
Оба варианта.
Yes, can it's like ordinary everyday speech and or like informal, and to is formal. Yes, that's correct. Okay, and now exercise B will be for your homework. And just a second. So look at the topics and choose 2 or 3 and think what you could say about them. For example, something that you would like to be able to do. I would like to be able to travel abroad, for example, or to travel every month. Something you tried to learn but have never been able to do well. So choose one topic from these 5 and say a few words about it. I give you 1 minute to think. 1-2 minutes. 1-2 хвилинки подумати і зараз будемо працювати. Okay, so the first one is for Олена Ковтюк.
I don't know what choose from these topics. Maybe I can, maybe the fourth, something you can do, but you'd like to be able to do better. I think that I can treat my patient, but I'd like to do it better. For this, I study some new methodics. I attend conference and webinars. Sometimes I went in other hospital or in other clinic to master classes of other doctors and professors, and I think my
efforts.
My efforts will be my efforts make me better than I am now. And from this set, maybe after a lot of works, after a lot of efforts,
You what?
Learn це намагаюсь робити після великої роботи, третє. Що я намагаюсь робити?
Щось, що ви навчились робити після того, як доклали багато зусиль.
Зусиль. I learned to operate no. After I make a lot of efforts, I learned to operate my patient, I think, well. I went to master classes for it, and I try to learn more than I can now.
Okay, thank you, Victoria. Duni, what's your choice?
I choose something. I choose thought, something you learn to do after a lot of effort. I choose this because when I started learn English at school, at medical college and university, I never can't understand. I never can use different tenses. I never can speak. I always admire people who can speak English, but I think it's another type of people. I never can to speak like they. But it was my wishes. It was from a long time, and 3 years ago I decided to, how can I say, воплотить в жизнь?
To make it true?
Yeah, to make it true this, and I go to tutor, and long time I try to find tutor, but it wasn't easy because all tutor prefer young people, not adult people, because they say that it's more easy and young people has better
Benefits?
better memories than adult, and adult people always busy, and after that I try to learn English with my tutor during these last 3 years. That's why when I had choose which country I can choose for living, I choose country with English language, and now I overcame this barrier and I can speak English and understand, but not all, but I try.
Okay, thank you very much. And one more, that's for Tatiana Gorina.
I choose 3 sentences, something you learned to do after a lot of effort. It's about my ride bicycle, because I fell many times before I do it. Now I can ride bicycle. And 5 sentences, something you think all young people should be able to be before they leave school. I think they must make a decision, own decision about they leave their education. It's my opinion.
Okay, thanks a lot. So next time we will discuss some tips about practicing English, and today I would like to talk with you about the vitamins. So tell me please, how can we explain the meaning of vitamins? Як ми можемо пояснити значення вітамінів? And what are their functions to our organism? Why are they so important for our organism? That's please for Tatiana Kasyanenko.
Vitamins is chemical substances which include in process of metabolism in human and animals' body. We can we can describe vitamins on different groups, depend from джерело,
From the source.
the source of this group, on the fat and other products, and maybe vegetables.
Ну, то чисть. Ну, то чисть.
For example,
Щось не дуже
vitamin
це
A,
стараюсь.
we can
А чого ти боїшся? Не хочеш?
Stop.
Їж, ти не хочеш?
I don't
Чого ти не хочеш?
understand. Не розумію, в когось вимкнений мікрофон. Вимкніть, будь ласка, бо чуємо вас.
Ти передумав їхати, чи просто не хочеш це витрачати час? Ну, чи що ти не хочеш?
Олена,
Тобі подобається вчитися, і ти
Ковтюк.
не хочеш їсти,
Олена
ти не можеш
Ковтюк,
зрозуміти просто в чому проблема.
Вимкніть мікрофон. Олена Ковтюк, вимкніть мікрофон. Тому що ми вас чуємо.
That's all. Vitamins include in the process of together with proteins, carbonates, and fats.
Yes, that is true. Okay, how can we get to know that we don't have enough vitamins in our organism? With the help of what? Тетяна Касьяненко.
It may be some symptoms of hypovitaminosis, and doctor can see it during the exam of patients.
Okay, so let's try to read about the vitamins. What vitamins are, and what are their functions, and what two main classes of vitamin exist in the world. So the first paragraph, Tatiana Kostyuk.
Vitamins exist in minute quantities in food. Most vitamins cannot be produced by the body and must be obtained through the diet. Since no single food item or nutrient class provides all the essential vitamins, it is necessary to eat variety of foods. For example, vitamin A is needed for the eyes and to keep the linings of the bronchial, urinary, and intestinal tract healthy. Vitamin C is needed for the development of bones, teeth, blood vessels, and other tissue.
Blood vessels and other tissues.
Vitamin Q is necessary for blood clotting, and vitamin D is also needed for the development of bones and teeth. The principal vitamins are vitamin A, vitamin B1, vitamin B2, pantothenic acid, part of the B2 complex, vitamin B3, vitamin B6, folic acid, vitamin
B12,
vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin H, often considered part of the B vitamin group, and vitamin Q.
Okay, better to use vitamin. Two variants are possible, vitamin and vitamin, but vitamin is more common. Okay, so let's talk about the sources and how can this vitamin be formed in our body. So let's start. That's for Oksana Dogal.
Some vitamins, example vitamin K, are produced by intestinal bacteria, and a few can be formed by the body from substances called provitamins, portions of vitamins that can be assembled or modified by the body into functional vitamins. Carotene is an example of a provitamin that can be modified by the body to form vitamin A. Vitamins are used by the body in their original or slightly modified forms. Once the chemical structure of a vitamin is destroyed, its function is usually lost. The chemical structure of many vitamins is destroyed by heat, example when food is overcooked. Next.
Yes, please.
There are two major classes of vitamins, fat-soluble and water-soluble. Fat-soluble vitamins such as vitamins A, D, E, and K are absorbed from the intestine along with lipids, and some of them can be stored in the body for a long period of time. Because they can be stored, it is possible to accumulate an overdose of these vitamins in the body, hypervitaminosis, to the point of toxicity. Water-soluble vitamins such as the B complex and C are absorbed with water from the intestinal tract and remain in the body only a short time before excreted. The absence of a specific vitamin in the diet can result in a specific deficiency disease.
Yes, thank you very much, Oksana. So as it's mentioned in this text, we have two classes, fat-soluble and water-soluble. So I send you a short table, and you can look that we have vitamin, a source of this vitamin, and also is it fat or water soluble. I'll send it to you and you can learn it or just revise. So tell me please, what is the main function of the vitamin? Tetiana Horin.
The main function of the vitamin is regulation process, metabolism in our body. Vitamins входять до складу.
Vitamins are included in
enzymes and other substance in our body, say in hormones, for example, and contribute to the production of blood cells, hormones, genetic materials, and other. Help the body process proteins.
Okay. Okay, and what classes are the vitamins divided into? That's for Olena Kalinina.
Other classes of vitamins are soluble, fair soluble and water soluble. This is two main classes.
Yes, good. So now we continue reading about the main kinds of vitamins, what are their sources, where we can find them, and also what are their functions to our body. So the first paragraph, Victoria Doni, can you read?
Vitamins are compounds that you must have to grow and health. They are needed in small amounts, only are usually available in the food that you eat. Vitamin A is necessary for normal growth and health and for healthy eyes and skin. Lack of vitamin A may lead to a rare condition called night blindness, problem seen in the dark, as well as dry eyes, eye infection, skin problems, and throat growth. Your physician may treat the problem by prescribing vitamin A for you. Vitamin A is found in various foods, including yellow, orange fruit and vegetables, dark green, leafy vegetables, whole milk, and margarine.
Margarine.
Margarine. Thank you. Vitamin A comes of different forms. The form of vitamin A found in plants is called beta-carotene. Food processing may destroy some of the vitamins. For example, freezing may reduce the amount of vitamin A in food. Vitamin A is stored in the body and taken too much over a period of time can cause poisoning. Vitamin B2 riboflavin is necessary for normal metabolism. Lack of vitamin B2 may lead to itching and burning eyes, sensitivity of eyes to light, so tongue, itching skin on the nose, and sores in the mouth. Vitamin B2 is found in various foods, including milk and dairy products, fish, meat, green leafy vegetables, and whole grain and enriched cereals and bread. Vitamins
Yeah,
B.
no, that's enough. Thank you, Victoria, very much. Okay, next one, Olena Kachanova, vitamin B12 and vitamin E.
Vitamin B12 is necessary for healthy blood. Cyanocobalamin and hydroxycobalamin are a man-made form of vitamin B12. Lack of vitamin B12 may lead to anemia, stomach problems, and nerve damage. Vitamin B12 is found in various foods, including fish, egg yolk, milk, and fermented cheeses. It's not found in any vegetables. Vitamin E prevents a chemical reaction called oxidation, which can sometimes result in harmful effects in the human body. Lack of vitamin E is extremely rare, except in people who have a disease in which it's not absorbed into the body. Vitamin E is found in various foods, including vegetable oils, corn, soybean, wheat germ, whole grain cereals, and green leafy vegetables. Vitamin E is stored in the body, and taking too much over a period of time may cause harmful effects.
Okay, thank you very much. Vitamin K, that's for Олена Ковтюк, can you answer?
Vitamin K. Vitamin K is necessary for normal function of the body. Vitamin K is found in various foods, including green leafy vegetables, meat, and dairy products. If you eat a balanced diet containing these foods, you should be getting all the vitamin K you need. Little vitamin K is lost from foods in ordinary cooking. The lack of vitamin is rare but may lead to problems with gluten and increase bleeding. Vitamin K raw bleeding problem. It is found in spinach, vegetable oils, and cabbage. Spinach. Thanks.
Okay, and one more, it's about vitamin D. That's for Tatiana Горина.
Yes, vitamin D is necessary for strong bones and teeth. Lack of vitamin D may lead to a condition called rickets, especially in children, in which bones and teeth are weak. In adults, it may cause a condition called osteomalacia, and which calcium is lost from bones so that they become weak. Vitamin D is sometimes used to treat other diseases in which calcium is not used properly by the body. Vitamin D is found naturally only in fish and fish liver oils. However, it is also found in other foods such as milk and bread to which it has been added. Cooking does not affect the vitamin D in foods. Vitamin D is sometimes called the sunshine vitamin, since it is made in the skin when the human is exposed to sunlight. If you eat a balanced diet and get outside in the sunshine, you should be getting all the vitamin D you need.
Okay, but calcium.
Calcium. Thank you.
Okay, thanks you, Tatiana. So now about vitamin, what class of vitamin is it and sources. So tell me, please, if the patient has got some problems, like some deficiency of the vitamin, what would you recommend to him or to her? What should he or she do when, for example, the patient has got the deficiency of vitamin D? Olena Kachanova.
If we think about vitamin deficit, we have to recommend our patient to examine their blood to examine the level of this vitamin. For example, vitamin D, vitamin B12, and maybe other. And after that, we can recommend the patient to use this vitamin. But I think that if we have some symptoms. If patient has some symptoms, especially after heart disease, we can recommend to use complex vitamin without any exam. And especially we can recommend complex B to patient after COVID virus, after other heart disease, because the level of the vitamin B in the brain and in the central nervous is in 4 or 50 times higher than in the general body. So I think that we couldn't examine our patient for level of these vitamins because it's very expensive and not and is a big financial problems for our patient. But we can recommend this complex of B for our patient, and it's maybe prophylactic of different diseases, brain, for example, Alzheimer's disease. Provitamin B4 is very necessary for our brain. It's choline, it's the part of our brain, and it's necessary for our patient who has any cognitive complaints, symptoms.
Okay, thank you very much. And what would you recommend to the person who's got vitamin C deficiency, Oksana Довгаль?
Sorry, can you explain about deficiency?
The lack
mean?
of the vitamin C, the lack, when you don't have enough amount of this vitamin.
Okay, when we don't have enough vitamin C, I can recommend for my patient to prevent this situation with some products like citrus fruit, tomatoes, and green vegetables. And if these products can't change this situation, then I will recommend them to choose vitamin C in tablets. It's like for treatment 1 tablet 2 times a day.
Okay, thank you. And explain me please, why do we need vitamin C when we have COVID-19? That's question for Olena Kalinina.
We need vitamin C during COVID because it's very important component our immunity. It is защита.
Protection, immune
protection, immunitis protection, because vitamin C include in many co-ferment and do important protection role in our immunity, immunititis.
Immune system, you can say.
Immune system, yeah, thanks.
Mhm. Okay. Okay, thank you very much. So what will we do the next? First of all, I send you these tips about practicing English outside, and also I'd like you to listen to Matt, who is going to talk about his experience. Learn a new skill in 20 hours. Чи реально вивчити якийсь новий скіл, нову навичку здобути за 20 годин. Ви прослухаєте і оберете найкращий підсумок, тобто conclusion, що ж все ж таки відбулося. Чи вивчив він щось з цього, чи ні. І після цього ви слухаєте ще разочок і обводите правильний варіант. Що з ним відбувалось після першої години? Він почувався оптимістично, песимістично, щасливим, нещасливим і так далі. Тобто виконуєте такі завдання. And about the vitamins, what you are going to do. I send you a table and you should fill in the gaps. Я надсилаю вам такий коротеньку таку раму, таблицю, і вам потрібно її заповнити. Щось на фоні ось цього. Vitamin, source, тобто звідки джерело, яке цього вітаміну. Наступне, чи fat, чи water soluble, and symptoms of deficiency. І симптоми нестачі цього вітаміну. Тобто, що відбувається. So that is your home task for Wednesday. And next week, we are going to write a progress test, I think. Next week. So, do you have any questions for me? No, no questions. Okay, so then wish you to have a peaceful and nice evening. I see you on Wednesday.